Hello and welcome to Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Welcome to my Earth signs. Welcome to your week ahead TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are doing the week of the 27th of March through to the 2nd of April 2023. Month number 4 is upon us. Like, let's just take a moment. Month number 4 is upon us. It is just crazy. We are going through quite a lot of shifts, quite a lot of changes at the moment. I can't wait to see what your TarotScopes bring you for the week ahead. I have got two amazing, as always, amazing decks on the table here in front of me. This particular one over here is Kyle Gray's Angel Guide Oracle. A beautiful, beautiful deck with gorgeous colors, gorgeous artwork. And because I chose this deck first, and then I was like, oh, what tarot deck am I going to pair with it? I chose this tarot deck purely because of the orange, okay? When I saw that this particular deck has got the bright orange background, I chose the tarot deck that has orange as well. I know it's not as bold and bright, but we've got orange and orange. That's how we chose this week. But we're starting with the angel guide, so I'm going to move the tarot out of the way, and let's give the angel guide a shuffle. So earth signs, we are asking our angels to connect with us. We are asking our angels to bring us messages of guidance, of clarity, of inspiration. We want to know for the week ahead for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, what is the essence of the week ahead? What is the general energy, the vibe, the feeling? What do you need to be aware of? What do you need to be mindful of? What does the week ahead look like for all earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn? Right. Cards are shuffled. Let's cut the deck and take a card off the top. So, message from the angels. Angel guide for earth signs is the angel of take charge and action. Look at that. Look at again, the fiery colors, the bright, the bold, the beautiful. But look how confident he's standing. So he's got his bow and arrow. There are all his arrows, all right? And he's holding it in his hand, but he doesn't even really touch it. You can see his hands over there. He doesn't even really touch it, but he is in control. And he is able to take charge and to take action and to drive things where he needs it to be and how he needs it to be. So while I'm talking about that, I am going to shuffle our tarot deck just to multitask and to save a little bit of time with shuffling. So this is not going to be a week for procrastination. This is not going to be a week for slowing down, for thinking things through. I'm not saying be completely and utterly spontaneous, because sometimes we do need to think. But if you would normally take 2 or 3 days to think, we need to take charge and take action. So we need to think something through quickly, okay? We need to ponder quickly. We need to strategize quickly, and we need to initiate. So this is what I'm getting, is we need to hurry up. We need to make decisions. We need to make choices. We need to get things started, get things moving, get things going, and not get caught up in the overthinking, okay? This week, we don't have time for that. We don't have time to overthink things, to ponder. If you've been putting anything off for the longest time, right now, if that's the only thing that you take from this reading this week, earth signs, is if you've been putting anything off for the longest time, get up and do it now. All right? The quicker you get it done, the quicker the pressure of take charge and action is off you. But right now, I want to say that the good karma tarot, which is the tarot that I'm shuffling now, the good karma tarot, it's going to show you what will happen if you don't take charge and take action. And it's also going to show you what will happen if you do, the positive outcomes that may come your way because you are taking charge and taking action. So earth signs, let's lay out our tarot and see what we've got. So card number 1 that we have is the 2 of Wands. Second card we have is the 5 of Swords. Then we are having the Hermit. We are then having the 6 of Cups. And our final card that we're having is the Chariot. Love these cards. Okay, so if we look at the story that's coming through here, there's a lot of fast and slow, speeding up, action, inaction. I look at these two and they're not moving, all right? You can see here with this particular one over here that she's sort of pondering. Here we're pondering, here we're pondering. Here there's movement. We can see by her feet that she's moving, but she's looking back and she's questioning everything. Here we're in dreamland. Here we are contemplating, we're daydreaming, we're thinking, we're at overanalyzing, we're strategizing, we're all doing that in the head kind of stuff. And here she's on her motorbike and she is charging ahead. So there's a lot of take charge and action. There's two cards where we're thinking. There's one where we're thinking but we're moving, we're thinking again, but actually all of this is saying, right, where do I want to be? What do I want to be doing? Let's get some change going. So take charge and action. I also want to just bring in the fact that this date that we have, 27th of March to the 2nd of April 2023, this is a period of change. Seasons are changing, okay? If you're in the southern hemisphere like me, we are moving from summer to winter. If you're in the northern hemisphere, obviously it's the opposite way around. But when there comes seasonal shifts and seasonal changes, it does impact on us because suddenly we question everything. Suddenly everything that we thought we knew and understood is no longer the same, and we're now questioning our existence, questioning everything about ourselves. And this is when it's important for us to, yes, to question, of course, but also to act on it, to react, to work on it, to move forward, which is why this is not a week to just sit and ponder, but it is a week to get busy, to get moving, and to get things going. All right, so let's take the cards one by one. The Two of Wands. So there you can see in her hand, she holds the whole world, okay? So she is standing between two posts, proverbial. She's standing between these two posts. She's holding the earth in her hand, and she's like saying, where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? What does it look like? She wants to remain balanced. That's the two posts that she has behind her. She has her anchor points, okay? She has her safety net. She has her balance there. But she's sort of saying, the world is my oyster. I can go wherever I want to go. Where do I want to be? So she is on the precipice of decision. She is trying to decide what next, where to next, okay? And sometimes when you have too many choices and too many options, it can be quite overwhelming. Because now suddenly the fear comes in of, oh my gosh, but what happens if I make the wrong choice? What happens if I do the wrong thing? What happens if I initiate the wrong thing? Then, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So we immediately start getting ourselves into that panic stage, into that panic mechanic mindset, okay? But you've got to understand, Earth signs, all of you, that this week, this time period in your life is an incredibly beautiful time where you can do anything. You can go anywhere. You can create almost anything for yourself. So if you're in the state of panic, you're manifesting and creating that state of panic. Whereas if you're looking at things with excitement, with enthusiasm, with belief, if you're taking charge and action, you are manifesting and creating so much more for yourself. This Five of Swords card, right? I'm just going to move these out of the way because I just want you to see the artwork. We've got, and I don't know if it's very clear on camera, but we've got some storm clouds. We've got a little bit of lightning taking place there. The trees in the background here are blowing, okay? So there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of stuff happening. In this corner over there, there is the sun setting. So everything's getting gloomy. Everything's getting dark. Everything's getting a little bit heavy. She is moving away. In her hand, she is holding two swords. There are three swords on the ground. She looks like she's fine. Okay, the swords are representing her struggles. The swords are representing the challenges that she has overcome. And it's interesting here, I'm just looking at the artwork, and here he has this arrow, which is representative of his behavior, his actions, the things that he is taking charge and action of, just as the swords are over here. But she's now choosing her battles, okay? She has, let me actually change that context. She has chosen her battles. She could have picked those up as well. She could have taken it all on, but she's like, no, hold a second. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I want to do and what I want to achieve. I'm not going to put that unnecessary pressure on myself and take on more than I need to. I know that this is sufficient. I know that this is enough. Therefore, I'm okay with that. So instead of setting unrealistic expectations for herself, she's been honest with herself, and she knows her strength. She knows her capability. She knows what she's able to do, and she is sticking with that. She's not giving in to the storm. She's not giving in to the darkness. She's not giving in to anything else around her, but she is saying to herself, I know what I can take on. I know what I can do, and I am just taking action on that. I'm not being greedy. I'm not being selfish, and I'm not being pushy. Okay. And to me, earth signs, that is so important for you this week. It's about knowing what it is that you can do and having the courage and the confidence to take action, to take charge and to take action, to succeed, as opposed to trying to do more than is necessary. All right. Which then leads us to our gorgeous hermit. Look at her sitting in her windowsill, pondering life. You know, she's got her little candle going. She's probably got some load shedding. You know, us here in South Africa are very familiar with that. So she's sitting and she's pondering life. She's pondering all that is, all that was, and all that could be. She's very much on her own, but I look at her body language and, you know, there's a little bit of holding on, okay? We've got a little bit of holding on, but generally speaking, she's comfortable. She's comfortable. She's got nothing to hide. She's got nothing that she's overly concerned about or worried about. She's quite comfortable with herself, quite comfortable with where she is, but there is a familiar, okay, a familiar kind of level of comfort there, which again, if we are too comfortable in our nothingness, then that's what our life becomes. We need to take charge and to take action. So whatever it is that you're pondering, whatever it is that you're thinking, whatever it is that you are, that's going through your mind when you have your quiet moments and you're staring out into space, let's take charge and take action on that. Let's not dream any longer. And I think that's what's coming through with these 3 cards that we've just covered. Anything is possible. Take on what you feel is right and accurate and good enough for yourself. And instead of just thinking and dreaming about it, let's make it a reality. So again, looking at these 2 cards, and I've just noticed something else very interesting. Card 1, card 2, and card 3 are all facing to the past. They're all facing to the past, okay? I'm tapping here by our angel card, which is to take charge and action, because it is in the left-hand side, but typically we always think of the left as the past and the right as the future. So they're looking to where they've come from, to where they've been. And here the angel is standing and telling you, take charge and action. Don't hesitate. We've got hesitation. We've got a little bit of hesitation. And here, 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups is the card of reminiscing, of questioning your life today and how it used to be. So if we look at the artwork, there she is. Each one of these cups represents a memory, represents a time in her life. And there we have all her thoughts, all her memories that are sitting in like a bit of a cloud. And she's pondering, she's imagining, she's thinking back. But she's not just thinking back to happier times, better times, but she's comparing it with her current reality. She's thinking back to happier times, thinking back to a time where life was simpler, where life was better, where life was just apparently easier, where she didn't have to make all these tough choices and decisions that she's facing right now. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, this is Spirit saying to you, you know, life is never going to be like it used to be in the past. Why? Because we have choice. We have change. We are growing. We are evolving. We are learning. We are achieving. We are understanding ourselves so much better. And life is all about taking charge and taking action. It's all about moving forward. And it's all about growing, evolving, and adapting. So the past is never going to it's never going to happen again. It's never going to be the same. Even if you recreate everything, it's going to be different because we have knowledge, power, and understanding. Okay, so the 6 of Cups over here for you is about, yes, it's good to look at your past. It's good to look back at your fond memories of circumstances and situations, but we cannot live in the past. We cannot keep reliving those moments, those circumstances. We need to move forward. All right, take charge and action. And our final card that we have here for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, for all my earth signs, is the card of the Chariot. So there we still have all her clouds. She is creating quite the dust cloud with her motorbike. Isn't it just the cutest thing? Pink and purple with stars all over it. But what she's doing is she is racing ahead, okay? Racing ahead, charging ahead, moving ahead, towards her future. I know she's facing that way, but she is moving towards, but she has to stay focused. And if any of you have ever ridden a bike before, either as the driver or as the passenger, you know that if you don't pay attention to where you're going and what you're doing, you're going to fall off and you're going to hurt yourself. So you have to be focused. You have to pay attention to what's ahead of you, what's coming up for you. But you do have to take charge and to take action. So, earth signs, this to me for you this week is to get out of your head and to get busy. Okay? Get out of your head and start moving towards the dreams, the goals, and the aspirations that you have for yourself. Understanding that you can have anything, you can go anywhere, you can do anything. Your life can look like anything, but you have to be selective with what you take on and what you leave behind. And if you only dream it, it's never going to become a reality. It's time to start acting on your dreams. It's time to start bringing things to the fore and not just having it happening in your head and in your past, in your history. It's time for you to take charge, and it's time for you to drive yourself to your new life, to your future, one that brings you more happiness, more abundance, and more success, what you deserve and what you've been looking for the longest time. So earth signs, interesting week ahead for you, that is for sure. I do hope that you've enjoyed your reading, and as always, with love and blessings from my heart to yours, and until we connect again, take care.